Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Saur Darkchylde, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Replay. Hey, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies, the second game in the Apollo Justice trilogy. Last time, we completed the first case of the entire game, Turnabout Countdown. That case, the courtroom has been blown up, and a detective on the... was it a detective? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a detective. Who died during the explosion. And a small law student was being pinned for the blame on the girl's murder. Being a good friend of hers, a new defense attorney named Athena Sykes tried taking up the mantle to defend her when, due to Apollo being, well, he got injured during the whole debacle. She was doing okay at first, but then something went wrong that triggered a memory in her head. And who should come in to save her at the last minute to keep the trial going? Why, none other than Phoenix Wright, of course, who somehow got his badge back. And now that on the second day of the trial, we were able to prove that the girl not only didn't do it, but somebody else did. And tried to pin the blame on her, as well as the new charge of assaulting Apollo when she left the court. That all happened on day one. And as a last-ditch effort to try to get the case to stop, the real killer, a bomb disposal unit, threatened that he was going to blow up the courtroom, shocking, right, with a bomb. Fearing for everyone's life, everybody, including the prosecutor of this case, went running for the hills. I mean, who wouldn't, right? I mean, your life is being threatened with a bomb. Just as the judge and Athena were ready to bolt, Phoenix, with a bluff of his own, decided to call his bluff, saying that the bomb is a fake. Standing our ground, we were able to prove that the bomb was indeed a test dummy, and there still was an explosion, but not the type of explosion you would expect. The bomb disposal guy's visor blew up on his face. Literally. With the bomb crisis over, and despite the prosecution being gone, even after the crisis had been averted, we find our first client not guilty. Sorry for all that rambling. Today, we're going to take on the second case of the trial. Second case of the game. This time, we're going in chronological order from here. Case 1 was pretty much just a tutorial for the new lawyer. Let us begin with Episode 2. Monstrous Turnabout.
Long, long ago, The nine-tailed fox defeated the evil Tenmataro and sealed the fallen demon away. To this day, it is said that he slumbers even still within the forbidden chamber.
Night-night, Alderman. Sweet dreams! At long last, the revival of Tenmataro is at hand.
A few months prior to the courthouse bombing, April 17th, 2027, 13 p.m. Wright Anything Agency. I guess I'm a little early.
Oh, hey, Apollo. Oh, getting an early start today?
Yeah, today's the first job I've had in a while after all.
Well, aren't we all fired up?
Well, it's not every day I get a call from Mr. Wright. What kind of work is it anyway? Mr. Wright didn't mention any details.
Work? Is that how he put it?
Don't tell me. He just wants me to clean the toilet again.
You've really became a fixture around here, Apollo.
Come to think of it, it's been almost a year since I was hired. A lot's happened since then. But I've settled in nicely despite a few bumps in the road. My name is Apollo Justice. I've been practicing law for about a year now, but I still have a lot to learn. This is the Wright Anything Agency, and it's where I work. Don't let the name fool you, it's definitely a law agency.
But don't forget that it's this place. This is a talent agency too, Polly.
It's the law agency part of this office that's usually forgotten. This is Trucy Wright, a budding magician, an adopted daughter of the agency's owner, Phoenix Wright. She sometimes makes me help her with her magic tricks.
What's wrong with that? You're one of the agency's talents as well.
I was under the impression that I was a lawyer.
Oh, well, we better hurry. Doesn't look like Daddy's going to make it, so let's get going.
Huh? Where are we going? What about the job he mentioned?
This is the job, Polly. You're supposed to keep me company today. Now, come on.
Another day of not being a lawyer. I should have saw this one coming.
Well, this is the Wright Anything Agency, you know. And there's no lawyer-related work at the moment, so...
Tell me again, why I chose to work here? Where's Mr. Wright anyway?
Daddy said something about going to meet an acquaintance. But don't worry, just focus on your job, and I'll tell you exactly what you need to know.
Side note for this episode, I'm currently doing this on my iPhone because I haven't gotten the game for the Switch yet. It's pre-ordered and it's supposed to come out today, but for the time being, I'm not sure when it's gonna arrive, so I'm doing this on my phone for ahead of schedule.
let's go. We don't have all day.
Well, wait a second! Another day, another anything goes begins at the Wright agency. Anything agency. That bar that keeps showing up is going to be annoying. Ninetales Vale, Yokai Lane. Phew. So, what are we doing here in the mountains?
This is Ninetales Vale. Everyone's been talking about it, about the yokai craze here.
Yokai? Oh, you mean Japanese monsters? I guess that explains all the weird things. Speaking of which, wasn't Ninetales Vale founded by Japanese immigrants?
Yeah, they're holding a festival to boost tourism over the Alderman's Manor. My friend who works there invited us. That's why we're here.
In other words, I'm your chaperone because your dad was too busy.
Daddy said that with those horns of yours, you make a great addition to their festival. I mean, you do look like a Japanese demon. And wasn't that so thoughtful of him, Polly?
Could do without the thoughtfulness like that.
Oh, it's almost time. Come on, Polly. The festival grounds are this way.
Alright. Guess it's time to move to the Kubai Manor's garden.
Wow, this place is...
Oh wait, that's Apollo. Wow, this place is really something!
It definitely feels like a different world here. Drusy. Jinxie!
And this is...
my friend, Jinxie Tenma. She's the one who invited us. She just happened to be a maid here. Two horns, a love of red. Are you a demon?
No, I'm Apollo Justice. Nice to meet you.
He is a demon!
What the?
Be gone, foul beast! You look great, Polly. Fills in some of that space on your forehead.
Ugh. What is this thing?
It's a warding charm. Jinxie puts some on all the monsters she finds.
But I'm not a monster.
Maybe I should have told her you're a good demon?
Or you could say that I'm human.
The dread demon, emissary, of the underworld.
I got up early to do my hair for this. Can I take this off now?
So you can eat me?
I'm not going to eat you.
Forgive me, old terrible one. Tone down your cords of steel, Apollo. You're scaring her out of her wits.
Don't worry, I'm already full.
Please stay that way.
Great. Now I'm playing along too. Let's talk to her. So I wanted to ask you about Ninetales Vale.
Be gone, foul demon!
Looks like you've been demonized, Polly.
Literally.
I'm starting to wonder if I really am a demon myself.
Please, don't eat me. I have food if you're hungry.
This isn't working. We won't get anything out of her until we set the record straight.
If only we had some way to prove you're not as scary as you look.
Ouch. Unnecessary roughness. Looks like I have to present some proof. Proof that I'm 100% human! Let's do that then. I wanted to show you this.
What is it?
It's my attorney's badge. You see, I'm not a demon. I'm a lawyer.
Really? You're a lawyer?
Phew. Maybe now she'll stop calling me demon.
Does it protect you from Emma Doa's adjustment?
Who's Emma Deo?
I read somewhere that he's a demon lord who punishes the deed for their sins. The dead for their sins. Uh-oh, I think now she thinks you're a demon lawyer from hell, Apollo.
Can I get back to being just a normal demon?
Please don't boil me in scalding cauldron. I prefer her Turkish bath if possible.
A Turkish bath? Isn't that more sauna than... isn't it more sauna than bath?
Don't worry, Jinxie. He's a good demon. He'll save you if you go astray. Please, Mr. Demon Lawyer, sir. Have mercy on my soul.
I told you I'm not a demon. And Trucy, you're just... You just leave Emma Deo to me.
Isn't that great, Jinxie? I'm no longer scared to cross into the afterlife.
Will someone please tell these two I'm human already?
So, Jinxie, I heard this village is the epicenter of the monster craze. Barely anyone has ever even heard of it before. But now it's packed with tourists.
Really? So the monster craze is the reason behind today's festival?
It was the alderman's idea, but I'd be careful if I were you. There are lots and lots of yokai prowling around about Ninetails Vale.
Prowling about? You mean like wild animals or something?
And they're hungry too.
Man-eating monsters? And they're all over the place?
In fact, there was one at the manor yesterday. I heard the doorbell ring, and when I opened the door, nobody was there. It was a ding-dong demon. And how else could you explain it?
Well, when I was a kid, my friends used to play a prank called Ding Dong Ditch.
Well, that doesn't prove you guys aren't real. Well, there's even one here at the manor. The demon Tenmataro. He's imprisoned in the Forbidden Chamber.
Tenmataro? The Forbidden Chamber? About that yokai you just imprisoned here at the manor. Is it true?
He's a super evil demon named Tenmataro. Here, take a look at this scroll. Temataro's the dark demon you see here. He's super evil and super scary.
So that's the yokai imprisoned in the Forbidden Chamber?
Uh-huh. He was defeated by the village guardian yokai, the nine-tailed fox,
And
locked away forever.
so you're saying Temataro is still trapped inside the Forbidden Chamber?
Uh-huh. But he's just biding his time until he can escape. Still, we should be perfectly safe. Because there's a really powerful sealing charm on the door keeping it shut tight.
What a charming security system.
You can keep the scroll if you want. The alderman gave me this, but just holding it gives me the chills, so...
Thanks, Jinxie. Maybe I'll give this to Mr. Wright. So, I was wondering, what are those things on your forehead also... Are those things on your forehead also warning charms, Jinxie?
Yes, they're to prevent evil things from getting inside me. Papa told me to wear them.
Evil things?
Apollo, don't you dare take those charms off her forehead. They have to stay there. Forever. Got it?
I wonder what would happen if I did take them off.
It's time for me to get back to work. Thanks for inviting us, Jinxie. You're welcome. Oh, and before I forget, there's going to be a surprise event today. Even I don't know what to expect, but it's sure to be fun.
Better not be a yokai parade. She'd probably drop dead from fright.
Demon!
Oh, wait. It's just someone in a suit, right?
Temataro!
Temataro? The demon from the Forbidden Chamber?
Please don't hurt me! Be gone! Be gone! Be gone! Better watch out, little girl, or I'll snatch you away. Charm! 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 Where's that dying go to heaven charm?
Oh, she put it on her forehead at this time. She sure gives up quick. Huh? Why is everyone hiding their faces? Hey, you there! You mustn't stare at Temataro like that! Lower your eyes! You'll steal your soul if you're not careful! Huh? Steal my soul? Seriously? Your devilry stops here and now, Temataro! Now what?
Look, Apollo! There's somebody up on the roof!
Oh, that booming laugh. Could it be? My 9 golden tails are proof of my unassailable righteousness. With my bond of 100 million minions, I vanquish evil from this land. I am the wrestler of righteousness. I am the Golden Lord of Yokai. The amazing Ninetales is here. Fear not, good little boys and girls, for I shall defeat Temataro. Hooray! Hooray! It's the amazing Ninetales! Up to your no-good tricks again, eh, Temataro? Well, not on my watch. Ah! There's nothing to fear now, my child. I have banished Emataro. You and your people can now live in peace.
Thank you, Mr. Amazing Ninetales, sir.
Now I must be off. Another match and another foe to vanquish awaits! What was all that about? Did that wrestler just chase off a yokai? Looks like he came out of the Alderman's Manor.
That was the Amazing Ninetales. He's a pro wrestler right here in Ninetales Vale. But no one's ever known his true identity.
Jinxie sure seems chipper all of a sudden. What was all that about him banishing Temataro?
That was a yokai exorcism. It's an annual ritual where Temataro is released to remind us of his wickedness. In the end, the Nine-Tailed Fox drives Temataro out and purifies our village. But the Amazing Ninetales did the honors this year.
So that was the big surprise, huh? The Amazing Ninetales and Temataro. Huh. Well, whatever floats your boat.
Oh, would you look at the time? I better get back to work. Please, excuse me.
She's a strange one, all right.
I think she's sweet in her own special way.
Knowing Trucy, she probably has a lot of friends who are sweet in their own special way.
Well, we still have some time to kill. Might as well see the rest of Ninetales Vale while we're here.
The fun never stops, does it?
I think I bought nearly every yokai souvenir of her that was for sale.
I know, because my wallet's running empty.
What's all the commotion over there?
Huh? Hey, isn't that your friend Jinxie? I hope everything's okay.
It's terrible. Calm down, Jinxie. Tell us what happened. The demon Temataro. He killed Alderman Kubai.
What?
Wait, Killed isn't dead? Yes, and Temataro did it.
Temataro? You stay here while I go have a look.
Please, wait.
Huh? Ah!
It's a Temataro warding charm. It should protect you, but please, be careful. The Alderman's in the Fox Chamber at the top of the main staircase.
Okay, got it.
Are you all right?
Who are you?
Help! Someone call an ambulance!
The police arrived soon after that, at which point I returned to the festival grounds. Apparently, the man impaled held by the spear was already dead. But there was one other person there, and he was immediately rushed to the hospital. Thank goodness that the other man's going to be fine. Sounds like he'd already been unconscious.
You think Jinxie's going to be okay?
I'm sure she'll be back to her old self in no time. At least, she's calmed enough for the police to question her for now. And I'd sure love to know what crazy animal left those feathers and tracks.
Oh, look, here comes Jinxie. Hi, Trucy. Hi, Mr. Demon Lawyer.
Hey, feeling any better? I was wondering if you were feeling up to filling us in on what happened. So, the man with the spear in his gut was already dead?
Uh-huh. It was Alderman Kilby. When I found him, he was already...
So the victim was the village alderman. And the one who was found alive? Who was he?
Demium Tenma. He's the mayor of the neighboring city, Tenma Town. They arrested him!
So, he's the killer?
Yeah! Nuh-uh! Papa didn't kill anyone!
Papa? As in, your father?
That's right. Jinxie's dad is the mayor of Tenma Town.
No way!
Yes, Way, but he's innocent.
This just got way more complicated. The victim was the alderman of Ninetails Vale. And Jinxie's father, the mayor of Tenma Town, was arrested for the crime? Sounds like we have some investigating to do.
I know this is difficult, Jinxie, but you need to hang in there. I know. I'll try my best.
Would you mind telling me a little more about the victim? So the victim was the village alderman. What can you tell me about him?
His name is Rex Kubai. They say his family had ties with the legendary nine-tailed fox. He was really kind, and he always looked out for me. He was a former pro wrestler, and I even heard he knew the amazing Ninetails.
A former pro wrestler, huh? That's something to keep in mind. With your father being mayor and all, I guess you're originally from Tenma Town, huh? So then, why did you come work here?
It was to overcome your fears, right, Jinxie? Uh-huh. Plus, Mama was from Ninetails Vale, though she's no longer with us. She loved these flowers. I always wanted to live near Ninetails flowers, where Ninetails flowers grew. Wow, that's a beautiful flower. With exactly 9 petals, too. Just looking at them gives me courage, even when I'm scared of yokai.
Jinxie, when you first told us what happened, you said the killer was a demon.
Uh-huh. The warding charm from the Forbidden Chamber, her's door, it's been removed.
The Forbidden Chamber door? That big door, that was barred shut? There has to be a charm on it. There wasn't a charm on it when I checked it out. So I guess it was removed by someone?
That's how Temataro escaped. Oh. But when I tried, you remember what happened? It all goes fuzzy. Jinxie, you should go get some rest. You've been through a lot today.
Between the warding charm being removed and the black feathers and warding weird tracks, I could see how a superstitious woman might think a demon was the killer.
Apollo, maybe this is your chance.
Chance for what?
To do the right thing and defend Jinxie's dad in court.
Who, me? Wouldn't a man like Mayor Tenma have access to more experienced lawyers?
You want to know what the detectives said? They doubted there was a lawyer who could get a not guilty verdict in this one.
Sounds like they're expecting an open and shut case.
Don't worry, Jinxie. If anyone can prove your dad's innocence, it's Polly.
What?
You'll accept the case, won't you, Polly? Oh, it's all over, isn't it? I'll be all alone for the rest of my life.
Oh, right. Jinxie already lost her mother. Alright. Jinxie, leave your father's defense to me.
Attaboy, Polly. You're going to help Papa, Mr. Demon Lawyer?
Yep, because that's what lawyers do. Plus, no toilet cleaning for a while. I'll do whatever it takes to make sure your father walks away a free man.
Thank you, Mr. Demon Lawyer. I can tell you're one of the good ones. Red demons are usually so mean.
It's been a while, but I'll be fine. Ready or not, here comes justice! Guess I ought to go and meet my new client. But before I forget, I better jot this down in my notebook.
Hey, Apollo. What's the notebook for?
Oh, I just thought I should jot down some stuff about the case. And so I don't misplace them, I'm putting my notes in the court record. I guess it's what you would call a to-do list?
Oh, sounds handy.
To read my notes, just open the court record. Then tap the button to switch to my notes.
Oh, I almost forgot. So, about Jinxie's father...
No matter how scary he seems, promise me you'll resist the urge to run away. Wait, what?
His angry glare can paralyze you with fear. And some claim he can even shoot laser beams from his eyes. Well, maybe Papa isn't really that scary.
A paralyzing stare? Laser beams from his eyes? He sounds like some kind of monster.
I think it's about time I see Jinxie off. I'll head back to the office after I'm done.
Okay, thanks. Let's go meet our client. Visiting hours. Perfect timing. I hope he's not as scary as he sounds. Who are you? Yikes! So, you're Damien Tenma, right? I'm Apollo Justice, attorney at law. I'm here to help. Huh? Ah! Let me out of here! Sorry! I get a little loud sometimes. How incredibly rude! Sorry? Did I do something to offend you? a visitor, when all the others shunned me like a common criminal. And here I am, with nothing to offer. I am the epitome of rule. Epitome of rude. And I'm sorry for if anyone sounds like that. I'm just trying to give a voice to the character. Wait, so he wasn't mad at me? Unworthy I am. I, Damien Timma, shall breach these walls, so that I may treat my benefactor to some tea and maybe some cookies too. No, wait! We can't do tea and cookies after... We can do tea and cookies after we prove your innocence. How about you start by telling me what happened? I see. So tea and cookies can wait, can they? Phew, that was close. We don't need jailbreak added to the list of charges. Seems like a good guy, but with a face like that, I can see why he's misunderstood. Mayor Timma, do you mind if I ask why you were arrested? Ugh. Whoa! Sorry, I guess some things are better left unsaid. Bah! Excuse me? To think a public paragon such as I could be treated like this. This arrest should have never happened. Go on. I fear the ill effects it will have on our youth. Now, I've but one choice. I must leave here at once, if only to protect the moral fiber of your youth. No! Wait! You can protect your moral fiber of our youth after you've been declared not guilty. I suppose you're right. Phew! Our youth just came to this close to quite the scare. My fingerprints were on the spear that killed Alderman Cowboy. That's why I was arrested. Your prints were on the murder weapon? That's never good. Any idea how they got there? None. For I hardly remember a thing, you see. I was fast asleep at the time, so one must have slipped me a sleeping pill or something. What's worse, somebody clobbered me on the head. I see. A drug-induced slumber and a blow to the head. No wonder you hardly remember a thing. Oh. Huh? Was that some kind of a strange laugh? Well, I think we can safely assume your prints were planted while you were unconscious. What do the police have on you as far as a motive is concerned? Truth be told, there has been a bit of trouble between the alderman and I as of late. Oh? Was it personal in nature? Nothing like that. It's a long story. But suffice to say, I've been pushing to merge Ninetailsville with Tenma Town. Surrender Ninetailsville to Tenma Town now! Yikes! That's what I told him. I'd like to tell you to stop shouting like that, but I'm too scared! So, what's the motive the police have established for the alderman's murder? Indeed it is. After all, Alderman Kobe was dead set against the municipal merger. And that's why they think you killed him? He was in your way? Ugh! Curses! Mayor Tim, are you okay?
Jinxie, forgive me. I never meant to worry you like this.
I'll work it out, just leave it to me. If only it really were that easy. I don't even know where to start. Thank you for meeting with me, Mayor Temma.
Please, wait. My daughter, Jinxie.
Yes?
She already lost her mother. And now with me being held here, I feel she'll be terribly lonely. I hesitate to ask, but I beg you, be a friend to her in her time of need.
Leave it to me. Trucy and I will look out for your daughter.
I shall rest a little easier then. You know, you remind me of some of the new friends Jinxie has been talking about.
New friends?
Yes, it seems she had made some new friends since she started working at Ninetails Bell. They're quite the unusual bunch too. There's a lady with an unexceptionally long neck. A young lad with an incredibly long tongue, and many other interesting characters.
Friends? Sounds more like a bunch of monsters to me.
Now, if you would excuse me, it appears my time is up.
Phew. Why am I so tired? I must have been more tense than I thought. Still, I'm glad he didn't turn out to be as scary as he looks. A call? Oh, it's Mr. Wright! Justice here. Apollo! Is that you? Hi, Mr. Wright. What can I do for you? Trucy told me you'd taken on a new case. Oh, that? It was kind of spur of the moment. He's actually calling me about the case? That's fine, but I have a favor to ask. Sure, what is it? I'm at the airport right now. There was someone I had to meet. A new addition to the agency, actually. Her name's Athena Sykes, and she just passed the bar. That's right. I remember hearing about her coming to join us. Guess that was today? She took off as soon as I told her you needed help with the case. It was like there was no stopping her. Wait, what? Where is she now? Probably somewhere in Ninetails Vale by now. That's where that favor I mentioned comes in. I need you to go find her. But I've never met her before. What does she look like? She'll be a girl in a yellow suit sporting an attorney's badge. Okay, I'll go find her. A new addition to the agency. Well, I better get back to Ninetails Valley, quick! I already told you! I'm a lawyer assigned to the case! I need to study the crime scene, so if you would please, tell me where Kubai Manor is.
You can't fool me! You're just some delinquent high school student playing hooky!
You stupid pig-headed! This attorney badge isn't just for show, you know.
Looks like I just found Miss Athena Sykes.
Why won't you believe me? Don't expect me to defend you in court if you ever get arrested.
Well, I'm the one who usually does the arresting, so... Say, shouldn't you be getting back to school?
I already told you. I'm a lawyer, not a student.
That's it. Enough of your lies. You're coming with me.
Ah! Get your hands off me!
What the? Ouch. I think you can watch out for the bystanders next time.
Whoops! Are you okay?
I think so, but that police officer's out cold.
I am so sorry. I do that when people suddenly grab me. It's like a reflex or something.
Reflex? Sounds more like a felony. You're Athena Sykes, I take it.
That would be me. And you are?
I'm Apollo Justice. I work at the Wright Anything Agency.
The Wright Anything Agency? What a fishy sounding name.
It's a long story, but it is a law office, among other things. Didn't Mr. Wright explain it to you?
Oh, right, that Mr. Wright. Hey, so then you must be... Where have you been? I've been looking all over for you.
I could say the same thing to you. Well, here I am. Now, how about telling me a little bit about yourself? Mr. Wright didn't really tell me much, as always.
Ah, of course. Feel free to ask away.
So, Athena, I hear you just passed the bar?
That's right. And here's my shiny new badge to prove it. Isn't it beautiful?
So, you must be a bit younger than me.
A bit more than you think, in fact. I'm only 18.
18? How in the world did you become a lawyer at that age?
I skipped a few grades while I was an exchange student in Europe. And I got my license to practice law while I was over there.
All I can say is, wow. She must be a genius or something.
I also studied analytical psychology. He thought it might help me be a better lawyer.
Psychology? Help her be a better lawyer? How exactly does that work? So, Athena, you mentioned studying psychology?
That's right. I've always wanted to bring analytical psychology into the courtroom. The power of psychology will bring a breath of fresh air into the legal system.
Oh, really? So, how do you plan on using it to defend our client?
Well, for example, I can try to listen in on a witness in her voice. And then analyze their psychological state with the help of my trusty partner, Widget.
Widget?
This device around my neck here. Say hi, Widget. Hi, Widget.
It talks?
Whoa, you need a volume knob. Well, anyway, this little guy will sometimes say what I'm feeling. Awkward. Don't worry, you'll get used to it.
Now that's... I seriously doubt.
So tell me about our client. What are they like?
Oh, right, you haven't met him yet. Well... And that about sums it up.
He's more worried about his daughter than himself. What a wonderful father!
Wait, are you crying?
I'm not crying! There was something in my eye!
They're called tears.
Moving right along, let's get down to business. Helping our client is priority number 1. Oh, I almost forgot. I have something you might be interested in. I got it on my way here. I think it might have something to do with our case.
A special edition covering our case? That was quick.
That's the whole point of our special editions, isn't it? To be the first to get the scoop? Radio. Rapido.
Right. Well, let's see what it says here. What's the deal with the Spanish? Tenmataro was seen...
What? He was seen flying through the sky? Yeah, somebody happened to snap that photo near Ninetails Vale. The article goes on to say he might be connected to our case. Apparently that photo was shot right after the murder occurred.
Well, there are black feathers and strange tracks at the crime scene. I'm surprised the locals think a yokai was involved. I'm not surprised the locals think the yokai was involved.
Wait a second. Yokai as in one of those Japanese monsters? My God! You don't actually think it was a supernatural murder, do you?
No, of course not. Now German? Why not plain old English?
Hello there, Apollo. Well, let's get cracking on that crime scene already. Do you hear that? It sounds like a TV or something. Oh, look! There's a TV in that little room in the corner.
In other news, the mysterious masked wrestler, the amazing Ninetails, has been confirmed missing according to the sources close to the wrestler. It appears he disappeared sometime after the special event in the Ninetails Valley today. He also failed to appear at a match today where he was scheduled to defend his title. Local villagers say his disappearance may be connected with Tenmataro's recent escape. So that wrestler's gone missing?
Hey, you two! You don't belong in here!
Don't worry, there's nothing suspicious.
What about them horns of yours? They look mighty suspicious if you ask me.
Horns?
That's my hair!
Anyway, we're lawyers and we're here to...
Eh? You're them lawyers who come to defend Mayor Timma, ain't ya? You should have reckoned that with that expensive-looking bracelet you got there. The name's Phileas Filch. Phineas Filch. I'm the caretaker here. Pleased to meet ya.
Same here.
Wow, talk about a quick change of heart. So tell me, Demon Lair. Bet you use them demonic horns of yours to scare the bejeebus out of witnesses, eh? Come here, ya horns, demon you. Youch!
These horns are... my hair isn't meant to threaten anyone.
They ain't. Seems a mighty big old waist, perfectly good horns if you ask me. Then again, ain't none of my business, so...
That was fast. Guess he's done with me.
Well, I best get back to work.
Hold it!
Halt! Stop right there! Huh? Me? Apollo, your bracelet is gone. Huh? Don't you worry, Mr. Lawyer, sir. I'll check the lost and found later.
Somehow, I don't think that will be necessary. Just check your wrist right now.
Yeah! The cat's out of the bag!
It was barely in the bag in the first place.
That was a pretty pathetic attempt. Sorry! I'm so sorry! I just couldn't control myself. Please, forgive me. I'm begging ya.
Jeez, I almost feel sorry for him now.
What should we do about him, Apollo?
Well, I got my bracelet back, and he seems sorry enough, so...
I knew you'd understand, Mr. Lawyer, sir. You obviously got a big heart. As big as the white oak cash in your wallet. I hope.
You leave my wallet out of this.
Oh! Hey! Didn't you just finish apologizing for stealing from us? Run away! Run away! Head for the hills! Get back here, you!
Talk about a quick escape! Looks like he dropped a few things. Looks like a pair of diagrams. This one's of the crime scene. The other one's of the foyer.
He left his shoes behind, too.
That guy's a living definition of a bumbling thief.
Let's hang on to his shoes. We can give them back next time we see him. As for the diagrams, I say we keep them.
They do look like something the police might draw. Wonder where the caretaker got them. Now then, as I recall, the Fox chamber should be at the top of those stairs.
Whoa! Where'd all these black feathers and weird tracks come from?
A popular opinion seems to be that they're from Tenmataro.
You mean the great evil has returned?
Even if he did, I'd be laughed out of the courthouse trying to indict him. Hey, what are you doing? Here. This is a crime scene! And who are you? And are you with the police? I asked first. Who are you? Who? And what are you doing here? On second thought, I'm placing you under arrest for disturbing a crime scene.
Under arrest? But...
Save it for the boys back at HQ. Now come quietly or else. I don't want to be late for lunch.
But please, wait.
We're Mayor Tama's lawyers. Well, why didn't you say so? Oh, so you're the lawyers I heard about. I almost took you two in. You two sure were suspicious, though.
I don't know how many more times I can take being called suspicious in one day.
Sorry, we didn't catch your name. My name? Bobby Fulbright, the heroic detective who defends our good citizens from evil. The champion of justice who comes running whenever you're in need. And my catchphrase is, in justice we trust. Ooh boy, this guy's a story and a half. So, what can I do for you? So, would it be okay if we took a look around? Certainly not! No unauthorized personnel allowed! Couldn't you make an exception? Cease and desist at once, or you'll have to deal with my little friend here! Ah! Yikes! He's reaching for his... In justice we trust! Phew, it was just his badge. You may be Mayor Emma's attorneys, but you still need authorizations to cross the police line.
Apollo, let's see if we can change his mind.
Good luck. Let me know how it goes. I bet he's as dense as heroes come. You're wasting my time. Your time and mine. Nobody's crossing this line without authorization. I'm a wall of justice, keeping injustice. That would be you at bay. I knew it. Look, there's just you, us, and you here, right? Justice and me, you say? That's right. Are you trying to say that Justice and I aren't enough to keep you out?
What?
No, silly! We're saying that you're an inspiration to our quest for justice.
No! That can't be! You have him on the ropes now, Athena.
If we were on the side of justice, would you let us through?
But guarding the crime scene is part of justice too!
Sure. But only a bad guy would stand in the way of justice, right?
Whose justice is that? It's the most just here! Well, we can't have a fair and just trial without a thorough investigation, so... Oh, Lady Justice, what would you have me do?
I think we really got to him.
Yeah, he seems pretty neurotic as far as champions of justice go.
Our pleas for justice must have been a huge impact. It's tying him up in knots. Now's our chance to start looking around.
After all that about authorized personnel only, this was surprisingly easy. Should I stop them or let them through? Whose justice is more just?
Well, let's get to work. We're supposed to be finding clues related to the crime, right?
Right. A search of the crime scene should turn up some evidence we can use at the trial. Let's try viewing the crime scene from different angles.
I never knew. You never know what's hiding around the corner, right?
Sliding the screen moves the cursor and camera, right? Yep, or you can just touch the arrows on the screen to change your perspective. If there's a particular spot you want to examine, just give it a tap.
Okay, leave no stone unturned.
Hey, those nonsense come in
And sir, let's get started.
The Forbidden Chamber.
They say the demon Temataro was imprisoned in there before his escape. I think we could get this door open?
It's worth a try.
No good. It's shut tight. I don't even see a keyhole.
Seems pretty hopeless.
In justice we trust!
Yikes!
Did I just hear the voice of someone in need? Allow me to fill you in. This door simply will not open. We've tried and tried, but it won't budge. It's an essential part of the culture found in this manor, so we can't blow it up either.
So, an unopened door, right?
According to Miss Jinxie Emma, it was shut tight when she came across the crime scene.
Thanks for the tip, Detective Fulbright. We didn't expect you to be so helpful.
Forget I just said that.
So the Forbidden Chamber was shut tight at the time of the murder.
Sounds like something I better keep in mind.
Let's see.
There's something wedged under this chair.
Let's see if we can lift and...
Freeze!
Yay!
No disturbing the crime scene evidence. If you are, heard the mayor's lawyers.
He does have a point there.
Hey, Detective Fulbright. Did you hear about the attack? That attack over at Yokai Lane? I hear an elderly woman was assaulted by a strange yokai shaped like a roll of cloth.
And you waited until now to tell me? I better get over there at once! In justice we trust!
That was surprisingly easy. Okay, Apollo, now's our chance to look around some more.
The more I get to know her, the scarier she gets. Hope she never finds my weakness. Whatever this is, it's stuck on tight. Looks like a large blood-stained cloth. The blood's probably the alderman's, but it's pretty far from his body. Wonder how it got there. And why does it seem important? Let's see what's next. Hello, what do we got here? What do we have here? Looks like a statue of the nine-tailed fox and Temataro battling it out.
Careful, Apollo. It's got blood on it.
Really? Hey, you're right. I wonder if it's the alderman's blood.
How can you remain so calm after seeing this blood?
Well, this isn't the first time I've seen something like this, so...
You're no fun at all. At least act surprised or grossed out or something for my first case.
I'm already a lawyer. You want me to be an actor too? Let's see. Window. Hey, this window opens. And outside, we have ourselves a steep cliff.
The window only opens about 6 inches. Not wide enough for anyone to get in or out. Look, Apollo! There's something cut in the window frame. It looks like gold fur. What a pretty color. It must be from some kind of animal. I wonder what it's doing here. Did Alderman Kobai have a pet fox? So this is where Alderman Kubai's body was found. Apparently, the murder weapon was a spear. Had Maritima's prints on it? That's not good.
Never fear, Detective Fulbright is here! Yikes! Of course, I can't offer you any information on my investigation, so... in the name of justice, I must say goodbye!
What was that all about?
Guess that about wraps it up. Now, if only we could get that detective to tell us what he knows. Hey, Apollo. Do you hear something?
I don't hear anything.
Oh, right. Hey, you must not be as... your ears must not be as sensitive as mine.
What are you talking about?
A whooshing sound, like wind rushing through a narrow strait. And the echo of someone's voice in
justice we trust!
Ah!
Someone's got a sharp set of ears! That was the sound of my righteous voice reverberating through that air duct.
I heard it through the air ducts?
Yeah, check it out!
But why would she hear you through there?
Why don't we go to the diagram? As you can see, that vent is connected to an air duct that leads into the hallway. The wind must have rushed in through there and carried my monologue with it straight to your ears.
And what a unique monologue it was. I was just thinking. Maybe the killer made their escape through the air duct or something?
A cute theory, but I don't think so. The air duct in the hallway is low enough to climb into, that much is true. But as you can see, the vent in the ceiling is very high. 9 feet, in fact. I highly doubt that there's any way to get up there without a ladder or something. And I don't see anything of the sort in this room, do you?
I guess you're right.
Speaking of things in this room,
Yeah?
can you tell us what you guys turned up, Detective Fulbright?
Not on my watch, buddy! In the name of justice, I cannot reveal facts pertaining the prosecution's case.
Aw, come on, throw us a bone here. Excuse me, Detective Fulbright, but I recall you saying earlier that you would come running whenever we were in need.
I suppose I did say that. Helping those in need is what justice is all about, but But keeping information out of the enemy's hands is also a form of justice. Which justice is most just? Why is this always so hard?
Well, how about this? Let's do a little give and take. I mean, serving the public is part of justice too, right? You know, like a police motto? To serve and protect?
I doubt leaking information to the defense team falls under that motto. Yes, of course! I must serve as well as protect. Okay, I will share some information. In the name of justice!
We did it, Apollo!
Yeah, we did it alright. But I'm not sure that was entirely ethical. Well, we got him to talk, so let's get some info out of him. Was it Miss Jinxie Tenma who first discovered the crime scene? That's right! And this photo shows what she saw when she opened the door. Miss Tenma had a key, allowing her immediate access. A key? So then the Fox chamber was locked? Yes, and Miss Tenma had the only key to this door. Really? So Alderman Kubai didn't have a key to the Fox chamber? Actually, he had a master's key for most of the doors in the manor, but it disappeared after his murder.
Disappeared? You think the killer took it?
Could very well be connected to the murder. We're looking into the possibility now. But it's the timing of Miss Emma's discovery I think is most important. Of course, I'm not going to share that information with you.
You think you're some kind of champion of justice, but you're just a plain old mean.
I won't fall for that, you shameless rascal. I only help good little boys and girls.
Shameless rascal? Who even says that?
Well, I wouldn't exactly call you a good little girl either. Those feathers and tracks look like something a yokai might leave behind. You don't actually think that murder was some sort of monster, do you?
What's the name of that creature in the Forbidden Chamber again? Tenma something? Because from the black feathers and big tracks, it looks like that creature did it.
Our prime subject would no doubt love to pin the blame on some imaginary creature.
Can Tenma whatchamacallit even be made a victim or of slander?
I doubt the mayor would do something as childish as blaming a boogeyman.
So, the most likely scenario so far is that Tenma guy left the feathers and tracks behind to make it look like Yokai Tenma was the killer.
Wait, what? Now I'm as confused as you. At any rate, I doubt Mayor Tenma would plant evidence like that. So Mayor Tenma is your only suspect? That's right! Even his name, Damian Tenma, makes him sound like a villain! And he's really scary looking too! Wait, are you telling me that's why he was arrested? Don't be ridiculous! He was the only one without an alibi! Oh, is that so? Yup. Other than the victim, the suspect and Miss Emma, the only others around here were Mr. Filch and Miss Mayor Temma's aide, and the two of them were together at the time.
Filch? And the guy who tried to who's tried to steal my bracelet? Just living up to his name, I guess. We should go talk to him again when we have the chance. What about Jinxie? She's not being suspected at all?
She may have no alibi whatsoever, but she also has no motive. That's unformidable that she would murder the alderman and pin the crime on her father. Besides, do you really think a little girl could lift up this huge spear?
True enough. That spear looks even bigger than her.
That's about all I can reveal at this time. Well, you must admit, Demi Emma appears to be the most likely suspect.
I admit it looks bad, but I'm still not buying it.
Oh, and one more thing. I must warn you about the prosecutor.
The prosecutor assigned to Mayor Tenma's trial?
That's the one. He's, how shall I put it, not what you expect. That is, unless you want to be a convicted killer serving hard time to prosecute you before.
What the? Is this some kind of joke? Can I ask why a man in prison for murder is serving as prosecutor?
Because he's mastered the use of psychology in the courtroom battles. Everyone's talking about this murder was the work of some strange creature. But yokai are nothing more than a figment of imagination. They're baloney. Who better to prove this than a master of psychology? He's the best man for the job.
And he's a convicted murderer? No matter how you look at it, that's just insane!
Well, the chief prosecutor personally assigned him, so none of us are in position to question the matter.
This really is the dark age of the law.
This prosecutor, he wouldn't happen to go by the name Blackquill, would he?
Bingo! Simon Blackquill! So you have heard of him!
You could say that.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, I bet you don't know his unofficial title. Ever heard of the Twisted Samurai? That's Prosecutor Blackquill.
The Twisted Samurai? Is that because he's a criminal?
Well, yes and no. You could say it also has to do with the effect his name had on things.
How so?
His conviction was what twisted and warped the legal world into this dark age of the law.
What? And he of all people is going to stand in court tomorrow?
Never fear. I myself will be there to protect you.
That's reassuring, I guess.
Well, you kids knock yourselves out. Oh, you can't wait to see how you do tomorrow.
Wait, Detective Fulbright, I've been needing to ask you something. Why are you barefoot? This doesn't look like the sort of place where you need to take your shoes off.
Ah! I haven't even noticed! Why am I barefoot? honestly hadn't noticed until just now? Wait a second. Those shoes we found earlier. Excuse me, Detective Fulbright. These wouldn't happen to be your shoes, would they? Yes! Yes, they are! My favorite pair, in fact! Thank you for bringing them to me! You must truly be on the side of justice! Don't tell me Mr. Filch actually stole from a detective!
Stealing shoes right off of someone's feet? That's pretty amazing.
I find it more amazing that Detective Fulbright didn't even notice. Well, looks like we've gotten all we can out of the detective. So, let's see. Maybe we should go have a word with Mr. Filch. I want to hear what his alibi is.
This is awful! Terrible, I say! Somebody help! Oh, look. It's Mr. What was it again?
Finch?
No! My name is Filch! Phineas Filch!
Keep on pilfering and you may wind up in jail, a jailbird instead. So, what seems to be the problem, Mr. Filch?
Oh, it's just terrible! Terrible, I tell ya! Come quick!
Okay. What's the deal with him all of a sudden? Looks like some kind of mask?
It's the Amazing Ninetales mask!
The Amazing Ninetales? Oh, right! The wrestler who appeared during the festival's special event. What's his mask doing here?
He never take off his mask like this, so I must have killed him!
What? Who would do such a thing?
Let's go over there in private.
Look. There's some white hair caught up inside this mask. So, what makes you believe that the Amazing Ninetales has been murdered?
You really want to know, eh? You're a studious one, ain't ya?
Yes. I mean, no! Just tell me, please.
Well, it's like this. I dream of becoming a wrestler myself. Hey, how about you join me in the quest for the champion belt? What a team! Me in my bandit's mask, and you in that demon's mask of yours!
Demon's mask? Wonder if I could make it big.
Apollo, let's save your pro wrestling debut until after the trial.
Huh? Oh, no! Oh, I wasn't actually... Why did I let him pull me off topic like that?
Come on, Apollo. Ask him about the Amazing Ninetales' murder already. The Amazing Ninetales is our village's savior. And don't ya forget it. His trademark is a gold cape made to look like the Ninetales fox. He whirls through the ring, smacking down Tenma Town's wrestlers left and right. He sparked the monster craze, revitalizing Ninetales Vale in the blink of an eye. Yep, saved our town from becoming a ghost town. Now it's Yokai Town.
Huh? The Amazing Ninetales really does sound, well, amazing.
Yeah, pretty amazing, huh? That's why he's worshipped like a hero around here. I'm proud to be from the same village as him.
Come to think of it, you look kind of like a monster like yourself, Mr. Filch. Guess it makes sense since you're from the same village as the amazing Ninetails.
I know. A lot of people have told me I look like a yokai.
Since when was that a compliment?
Ouch! What's the big idea? Check your pocket.
Hey, how'd you do that?
Keep it. I got lots more.
So, you keep saying that the amazing Ninetails was killed. What's the story behind that? Are you saying he was murdered because his mask washed up along the riverside?
That's only part of it. The main reason is no one's seen him since the special event. The world round Ninetails Vale is he was killed by Mataro.
You villagers are really superstitious, aren't you?
That we are. We love conspiracy theories too, like the mayor's diabolical plot.
The mayor of Tematown? What is he plotting?
Rumor has it he's planning on releasing Mataro. That's why he wants the merger. He'll open the Forbidden Chamber once he's in control.
That's quite a tale.
Ain't finished yet. There was only one person who could have stopped the mayor. Our hero, the amazing Ninetails. He vowed to battle the mayor of Tematown and stop the municipal merger.
I couldn't make this stuff up if I tried.
Apollo, we still have to ask him about the alderman's murder, remember?
Mr. Filch, would you mind telling us about what you were doing at the time of the murder?
I was in the caretaker's office guarding the entrance, and like Mr. Kubai said I should. And I made double sure no one came in. I have a clear view of the foyer from where I work.
He must be talking about this small room in the upper right. It definitely looks like you can keep track of the comings and goings from there. And do you have an alibi to back up your statement, Mr. Filch?
I do indeed. I was with Mayor Tenma's aide. Florid LaBelle is his name.
So, the two of you were together. That's a pretty sound alibi, alright. And nobody came in or out of the manor at the time of the murder?
Kept watch the whole time. Didn't see a soul pass by. And if anyone did, that there security camera would have spotted them.
So no one came in or out around the time of the murder. That means we're dealing with someone who was already inside when it happened. So, do you think this mask is the real deal?
Without a doubt, this here's the mask worn by the amazing Ninetails.
What about the white hair I found inside the mask?
Wait,
I just thought of something. Remember the golden animal fur we found at the crime scene? Could it have come from this mask? Look, there's even a spot where some fur is missing. Then this places the mask at the scene of the
at the scene at some point in time. Which means, what does it mean? Someone with white hair who is linked with the murder and against the merger. No way. Could the Amazing Ninetales be the Alderman? Be the Alderman actually be?
Something wrong, Apollo? You should see the look on your face.
Oh, no, it's nothing. Maybe Jinxie should tell us something, since she works here.
Let's see, Yokai Lane.
Oh, look. There's Jinxie.
Milk, cheese, yogurt, ice cream, and...
Sounds like she's out grocery shopping. She must really like dairy products.
A charm to make better milkshakes, and another to cure my lactose intolerance.
Maybe she should just stick to soy milk. Jinxie, hey, it's me.
It's the demon lawyer. Ah!
Not another warning charm.
Apollo? Who is she?
Oh, right. This is your first time meeting each other. This is Jinxie, Mayor Tenma's daughter. She was the first to discover the crime scene.
Oh, so she's the one who... hello. My name's Athena Sykes. I'll be helping Apollo defend your father at his trial. Pleased to meet you. Pleased to meet you, too. Where's Drusy?
She went back to the office ahead of us. But don't worry, Athena and I are on the case.
Wait, how do I know you didn't... that you didn't gobble her up alive?
Relax, I didn't eat her up, and I wouldn't do such a thing like that in the first place.
Oh, poor little Drusy.
I'm about ready for some tears of frustration myself.
She's quite an, interesting character, huh, Apollo?
We need to talk, Troop.
Jinxie, do you remember any more of what happened?
Not much. At least, not yet.
But do you think Tomataro was the killer, right? That yokai we saw at the festival?
I don't know anything about that!
Huh? But you said Tomataro killed the alderman. It's okay, Jinxie. You can tell me. Ah! What was that for?
People see things when they don't get enough sleep. There's no such thing as monsters.
Huh? What's gotten into her? So, if there are no monsters, you admit I'm human?
No, you're still a demon.
Oh, I give up.
It seems like Jinxie doesn't want to talk about Tomataro for some reason.
But that's precisely why we need to know more about. Besides, she definitely thought there was a yokai there in Fox's chamber. Jinxie, about this charm.
That's...
You gave me this when I was heading off to the scene of the crime. You thought Tomataro was the murderer. That's why you gave this to me, right?
That's true, but...
If there's anything else you could tell us, it would really help. And it will help your father, too.
Alright then.
Why did you think Temataro's the killer?
I saw him. I saw him with my own eyes. Temataro was right there in the manor. He escaped his prison and ran right in front of me. What?
Jinxie, tell us everything you saw.
I called the police after I stumbled on the scene. I was just about to head back to the festival grounds when I saw Temataro. It was right around here. He was running right at me. I was paralyzed with fear. But there was no one around to help me. The foul beast raced right by me and toward the foyer.
Toward the foyer?
Mr. Filch and Mr. LaBelle was supposedly in the foyer at the time. That means they would have seen Temataro, too.
Sounds like we better get their statements. Considering Jinxie's mental state, her eyes could have been playing tricks on her.
Apollo? Remember this picture in the paper? Someone caught Temataro flying through the air. I wonder if this is the same...
Don't be ridiculous!
Temataro is the killer, and he can fly too.
About the yokai you saw at the scene of the crime, anything else stand out?
Actually, I heard this strange jangly sound.
A jangly sound?
Can you be a little more specific? My memory's kind of fuzzy. But I vaguely recall seeing Temataro holding a staff or something like that. Maybe that's what was making the strange sound.
Does Temataro usually carry a staff?
Good question. I've never heard anything like that, and it's not shown on the scroll.
How about in other documents? Any of them show Temataro with a staff?
This is the only known document depicting Temataro. After all, those who needlessly depict the demon are forever cursed.
Then what's the deal with Temataro you saw, Jinxie? Jinxie works at the Alderman's Manor, so maybe she can shed some light on this? So, no one knows the Amazing Ninetales' true identity.
Uh-huh. They say no one's ever seen him without his mask.
Doesn't that mean you want to know even more?
Uh-huh. That's why matches where her wrestlers try to expose their opponent are so popular.
Wait, you mean expose, as in strip them naked?
You even think like a demon! The only thing the wrestler removes is the loser's mask. To have their mask torn off is the worst humiliation a wrestler could suffer. That's why their masks are more important to them than even life itself. So you see, these unmasking matches are life and death battles for the wrestlers.
That means this mask didn't happen to wash up along the riverbank. There's got to be a story behind it.
No one can stop the Amazing Ninetales.
I bet she'd be shocked to find out he's really the Alderman. Why didn't you tell us you saw Temataro earlier?
Actually, Mr. LaBelle told me not to tell.
Mr. LaBelle?
Papa's aide.
Oh, right. The other guy who was supposedly at the foyer at the time of the crime. And what exactly did he tell you?
Keep the village superstitions to mind. Before you go talking about seeing Temataro at the time of the crime.
The village superstitions?
They say you must not gaze upon Temataro, but in the event that you do look, and then tell anyone that you saw Temataro, will claim your soul.
And that's something everyone here knows? Sounds like a bunch of baloney to me.
Uh-huh. Everyone from babies to the village elders know about it. But I didn't because I'm not from around here.
Hey, come to think of it. Huh? Why is everyone hiding their faces?
Hey, you there! You mustn't stare at Tematoro like that! Lower your eyes! He'll steal your soul if you're not careful.
Huh? Steal my soul? Seriously? That guy at the special event said something almost the exact same thing.
Apollo, do you think this LaBelle guy actually believes in Temataro?
I seriously doubt it. He's not even from Nuntosville.
Then why don't we try to keep Jinxie from talking?
Good question. I think we better have a word with him.
Time to unmask this monster of a mystery. The last time I saw Mr. LaBelle, he was relaxing in the foyer. Bueno, next up, the mayor's foyer. With any luck, he'll be there waiting for us. There's no one here. Guess our luck isn't so good when it comes to Mr. LaBelle.
Maybe he's out for a walk or something? Somebody left something on the still of the caretaker's office window. Oh, it's a TV program guide. Looks like someone circled a pro wrestling match.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? It's Oh, Mr. Filch. What can we do for you?
I bet she was going to scream monster, which really isn't much of a stretch.
Ain't nothing I need you to do for me, but what business do you got with my TV listings?
Oh no, it just caught my eye. Can I ask you if you watched this pro wrestling program today?
Yep, 'twas a match between a couple of rank amateurs, though. It was a complete disaster. I reckon even I could have done better than that.
I seriously doubt that. Almost forgot. There's something I wanted to ask him. Mr. Filch, did you see anything unusual at the time of the murder? For example, Tematoro or something like that?
Huh? Tematoro?
So you did see him?
My, how clean and shiny your forehead is again today, Mr. Lawyer, sir. I bet you shine it up every day, real pretty like. The ladies must love it.
Don't change the subject, and FYI, that was a seriously bad attempt at flattery. Jinxie says she saw Tematoro flee toward the foyer. So you must have seen him too, if you were there. Wow, I really pushed a button there. Well, did you see anything or not?
hold it! That is quite enough. I must ask that you not pester my friend anymore.
Yipes! Forgive me for being pestered, sir.
And you are? I am Florent Lebel. Pure divine and personal aide to Mayor Damien Temma. Bio divine? Bo divine? More like yokai grotesque. This place is crawling with monsters. Oh, excuse me, you.
Yeah!
What the heck was that for? It was just a little cologne. Oh, you had a look of stinky sweat about you. It's from my own original brand of cosmetics, called Joseph Lebel. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong. Oh, what a heavenly scent. Ugh, I think you just paralyzed my olfactory receptors. I suppose such a scent would be difficult for a peasant to appreciate. I'll have you know that brand is number 5. Bonjour. It's my way of introducing myself. Enjoy. Where's my bottle of adieu? So I can return the favor. Enough about the cologne. Please tell us about what you saw around the time of the murder. I heard you're the one who told Jinxie not to mention that she saw it at Mataro. Why, that little? So she told you she saw the demon, didn't she?
Mr. LaBelle, do you mind if we ask whether you believe in the village superstitions?
Oh, please! I was merely trying to keep with the traditions. Nevertheless, I will say this. I wouldn't stick my nose into this whole Temataro business if I were you. Bad things happen to those who do. That much is true. He is one scary monster. That's crazy. You really expect me to believe that monsters are real? Well, you're real, and you sure look like a monster. Look who's talking. So, Mr. LaBelle, you didn't see Temataro.
Yeah!
Little Jinxie has an active imagination. Isn't that right, Phineas?
That's right. I didn't see nothing, especially not Dematoro.
As for me, I only see things of beauty. That's why I can barely see you. I've got 2 words for this guy. Total freak. Could I ask you what you were doing at the time of the crime? In other words, you'd like to hear my alibi. To think you suspect me of all people? Oh no, it's a formality. Ah! How dare you doubt me? That's an affront to beauty itself. You obviously can't see straight. Like that spritz really helped. What were we doing, you ask? Go ahead, Filchy. Answer the question. At the time of the crime, we were,
In this here foyer.
Exactly. Good answer, Filchy. Good answer.
Just repeating what you told. Ah!
You said quite enough. What is with these two? Great. Now he's got me talking like that. Are we quite through here? I'm a very busy man, you know. Right.
Well, thanks for your help.
So these two were in the foyer, but didn't see Tenmataro. Come along, Filchi.
Where are we going? Oh, right. Gotta practice them statements for tomorrow. Yipes! My eyes!
You're going to dig your own grave with that big mouth of yours someday.
What does he mean, practice statements?
Now, if you would excuse me, it's time to touch up my makeup.
Apollo, I know this sounds strange, but Mr. LaBelle seems unusually preoccupied with Tenmataro.
Really? How can you tell?
Well, it's kind of hard to explain. You see, I can read people's emotions from the tone of their voice.
You mean you have good ears?
Something like that. People's emotions are expressed through the tone of their voice. And my ears pick up on even the subtlest of tones for some reason.
That's an interesting skill, but what do you mean he's preoccupied with Tenmataro?
I'm not exactly sure, but it was like he was obsessed with the thought of Tenmataro. That's what I picked up from his voice anyway.
Everywhere we turn, it's Tenmataro this and Tenmataro that.
We should go back to the mayor, too.
Sounds like a plan. We need to get to the bottom of that rumor about him wanting to release Tenmataro.
Something wrong, Apollo? Where did your enthusiasm go?
What am I doing asking the mayor if he has ever thought about releasing Tenmataro? At best, he'll think I'm an idiot. At worst.
Oh, he's here. It's nice to finally meet you. I'm Mr. Justice's partner, Athena Sykes. I'm looking forward to working with you, Mr. Taro.
Oh, yes. I look forward to working with you too.
Glad he didn't mind Athena calling him by a completely wrong name.
Apollo. Oh, he's just as kind and gentle looking as I imagined.
Lucky for you after that blunder you just made. There was something I wanted to talk to you about. There are rumors going around about how you wanted to want to or did set Tenmataro free. What other nonsense!
Yikes!
They always assume the worst of me because of the way I look. But those rumors don't have a shred of truth, I tell you.
A little touchy about his appearance, isn't he?
What he really needs is to work on are his people skills. So the rumor has it that you want to push the merger through in order to release Tenmataro. Of course, that's a bunch of baloney, isn't it? Sorry! Sorry if I offended you!
So, that's the talk around town, is it?
I can see how that would make you look angry.
What if Jinxie's schoolmates start teasing her about this?
Huh?
I must break out of here at once. Her tormentors must be taught a lesson.
No! Wait!
First, we have to get you a not guilty verdict. Don't try and stop me. This is about a father's duty to his darling daughter. Hold tight, sweet Jinxie. Daddy's coming to save you. Relax. Yes, we'll look out for your daughter until we can get you free. Is that so? You don't need me to go straighten things out myself? Whoo boy, they probably call in the SWAT team if he showed up at her school. Oh, right. I ought to ask about the reason behind the merger. It seems like you were rather forceful in pushing the merger. Did you really want Ninetales Vale that badly? Yes, well, it's quite an attractive prize in terms of tourism. Wait, am I feeling what I think I'm feeling? Sure, I played a bit of hardball, but only when I deemed it necessary. I knew it. My bracelet's reacting.
What is it, Apollo?
Mayor Tenma may not be telling the whole truth.
Really? How can you tell?
People inadvertently tense up when they lie. That's where my bracelet comes in. I can sense the person I'm talking to is feeling tense. I can sense when the person I'm talking to is feeling tense. Because it begins to feel tight on my arm.
No way! You can do that?
Wait, so you believe me? Just like that?
Sure. Each of us have our own special gifts.
Oh yeah, Athena has her gift too. Her special sense of hearing.
Still, what do you think the mayor is lying about?
I don't know, but it's our job to find out. It's been a while since my bracelet last reacted like this. Let's see if I still remember how to do this. We know the drill. Now, let's give it a whirl. Yes, I remember this feeling of intense concentration. The ability to see the smallest twitch, the slightest frown that no one else can see. Now, Mayor Tenma, it was lying somewhere in that statement he just made. And when he lied, a certain habit made itself clear just under his right eye. I just have to shift my viewpoint and focus on that area. Alright, I've got him now. His tick should appear when he's trying to pull the wool over my eye. I've got to pour over every word he says and wait for his tick to appear. When it does, I'll perceive it. Oops, no. Go back. Accidental pointing of the thing.
Gotcha!
Mr. Mayor, please, you can trust us with the truth. The truth? I don't understand. When you mentioned tourism, the bottom of your right eye started twitching. What nonsense is this? So what if it did? Please, tell us more about your merger bid. What more is there to tell? Why were you really seeking the merge with Ninetales Vale? I already told you. Tourism. The monster craze really revitalized the village, making it quite the prize.
You really don't trust us, do you?
What are you talking about? The village has been hot property ever since the monster craze started, has it not?
I think you've yet to realize that what you're saying contradicts the facts. You say that the monster craze really revitalized Ninetales Vale, so you feel it would be an attractive prize for its tourism. But that would contradict this. Let's see.
Take that!
The monster craze in Ninetales Vale is a very recent phenomenon. It was spoken when the amazing Ninetales rose up against the at the municipal merger. The village was practically a ghost town before then. So you see, you couldn't have possibly seen it as an attractive prize for its tourism. What's the real reason behind your push to merge Tematown with Ninetales Vale, huh?
Well,
Are you ready to tell me the truth now?
honestly, I never wanted to pursue the merger in the first place. But I had no choice if I wanted to protect my darling little Jinxie.
Protect her from what?
I received a threat. It said either I go through with the merger or my Jinxie dies.
What? That's blackmail! How awful! Who could do such a thing?
I don't know. But whoever blackmailed me must be connected to the murder.
Wait, so you think the blackmailer and the killer could be one and the same?
Alderman Kubai was immensely popular, so you have to ask, who would want him dead? The blackmailer who wanted the merger at all costs had all the motive in the world.
But why go from blackmail to murder? The merger protests won't disappear just because the alderman was killed.
Could it be? What if there was another reason for the murder?
Like what?
Maybe the blackmailer discovered Alderman Kubai's secret identity. And his secret identity was a threat to the blackmailer's merger scheme.
What do secret identities have to do with anything, Apollo?
I have evidence revealing the Alderman's secret identity. Maybe it's time to use it. Let's see. How do I switch to Mayor Tenma, please take a look at this, if you would.
That's the amazing Ninetales' mask. What is the meaning of this?
This mask was most definitely at the scene of the crime. And there was some white hair inside.
White hair? You say?
There was but one person with white hair in the manor that day.
What are you saying?
You know which man I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about Rex Kubai, the amazing Ninetales himself.
No way!
The alderman was impossible!
Wait, come to think of it, Alderman Kubai was a former pro wrestler. So that blackmailer turned killer when he discovered the Alderman's secret identity?
Didn't I just say that? But yeah, the Amazing Ninetales was a threat to the blackmailer's scheme. He opposed the merger, and as a result, single-handedly sparked the monster craze. Even so, what was the mask doing in the scene of crime at the crime scene? There had been an event at his honor, at the manor. And maybe Alderman Kubai had taken part in it, if you get my drift.
This is absurd!
Mr. Mayor, do you have any proof of the threat that was made against you?
Yes, a blackmail letter. Unfortunately, it disappeared after the murder. I'd been carrying it around in my briefcase, but now it suddenly disappeared.
The blackmailer must have taken it with them after they killed the Alderman. Well then, at least we've clearly established the killer's motive. Mayor Tenma, visiting hours are over.
It would appear this meeting is adjourned.
Apollo, do you really think Timataro, that Jinxie saw, is the killer?
I don't know. All I know is that there is no such thing as monsters.
What about that newspaper article? Could the killer have purposely freed Timataro to do their dirty work?
Oh, come on! There wasn't any Timataro to release in the first place.
Yes, but the only suspects the police have right now are the mayor and the yokai.
Well, we'll probably be arguing whether there was a yokai involved in court tomorrow. I can already see that look of disbelief on the judge's face.
Apollo, are you alright?
I'm fine. I'll think of something. I better, because I can't very well say a flying demon was the killer. At this point, the only thing I know for sure is tomorrow is going to be a one doozy of a trial. Oh boy, that was a long one. Thus concludes today's episode of Let's Replay. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies. When we come back, we will take on day 1 of the trial. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, hit that like and subscribe button, leave a comment if you want, ring that bell to be notified when our next video comes out. All this helps my channel to grow so you have more videos to enjoy. We do new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and occasionally Saturdays and Sundays. Till the next episode, this is Saur Darkchylde, signing off. Have a good night, folks.